Hello everybody, welcome to a new vlog. I'm Ricky, and I did have actual footage, but I don't know, it got corrupted somehow. So basically all you missed before this, the next clip was just a very nice, I'm very sad I lost it, but it was like a very nice shot of me reading the Henna Wars, and then just me telling you that I started reading the Henna Wars. But before we get into the vlog, I do just want to acknowledge everything that's going on right now. I thought about scrapping this vlog just because I did lose some footage, and honestly I haven't updated you in like 3 or 4 days. Just because I've been kind of trying to take a social media break while also staying informed and uplifting Black voices and sharing resources and petitions and things like that, because I have the ability to do so, but I do want this to remain a place of positivity, maybe a distraction from, everything that's going on. And while it's important to acknowledge it, it's also important to take a step back when you can. If you're not feeling safe mentally, which I'm kind of feeling, but I know that even though I'm feeling overwhelmed, I need to keep educating myself because, Black people can't stop being Black, and it's a privilege to step away, and not everybody can. So I'm trying to stay informed, but I'm also trying to take care of myself mentally. It's been a rough few days for me personally, and then with all of this going on top of it. Stay safe out there if you are protesting. Remember that we're still in a pandemic, so if you are protesting, please quarantine afterwards, and just, do the best you can. But I do just want to, that's all I'll say about it, but I do just want to keep this as a nice distraction for those who are needing that right now. So here's what I've read in the past week. Guys, I just finished the Henna Wars. It was so good. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I'm really glad I picked it up because I feel like a lot of books like this, I'm thinking of like When Dimple Met Rishi and a few other like really hyped contemporaries I don't vibe with, but this one was so good. The romance was great. I thought the plot was great. The characters were great. I just loved all of it. I gave it 5 stars, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, I just finished that. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next, but I will update you when I figure it out. Hello everyone, it is 9 o'clock on Thursday night, and today was actually a really productive reading day. I got the audiobook for Daisy Jones and the Six out from my library, and I just decided to listen to the whole thing. That's what I did all day. So I listened and I read along with my physical copy, and guys, I absolutely loved this book. It was so good. Taylor Jenkins Reid just has this way of like making her characters seem so real that like I wish I was able to like listen to this album or like watch a movie with Evelyn Hugo in it. Like it just makes me so sad that like her characters aren't real people because she makes them so real and raw and flawed, and like it's just amazing. I loved every second of this book. I do think I still like Evelyn Hugo more just because I relate more to her, but like I literally think I underlined something on almost every single page of this book. Like these characters are so relatable, and like their experience seemed, like I've said a million times, like so real. Like I feel like this is a real thing that's happened in the world, and it wasn't just like a fictional story. And I'm so grateful that I have Taylor Jenkins Reid books to, share with my friends and family so that we can like, bond over this together. Like it just, she's one of those authors I just love, and I've only read Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones, so like I have to read some of her other work, and I do plan to do so. But yeah, so obviously I gave that book 5 out of 5 stars. It was just everything. I'm so glad I read it. I have been putting it off. Like I think I've owned it since like the week it came out, which I think was almost like 2 years at this point. But I just been putting it off because I knew that like it wasn't the right time yet, or whatever my excuse was. It wasn't my list of the top books I wanted to read this year, and I did finally get to cross it off. I think that's the only book I actually read on that list. But yeah, so now I'm feeling like confident in my ability to like read things that are intimidating or challenging. I wasn't like really intimidated by it. I just like wasn't in the right mindset for it, and I knew I wanted to listen to the audiobook and I didn't have the audiobook, but it all worked out. So I think for the rest of the weekend, my reading goals are to just like focus on the books that I have out from the library before next week when like all the Pride readathons start and it's gonna be crazy. But I know I'm starting some really big books right now, but that's okay. I'm feeling confident. I do have both of these audiobooks out from the library. But before I get into those, I did also want to talk about I've been listening to Blue Nights by Joan Didion on audio for the past few days, just like while I played Candy Crush, and it's okay. I'm enjoying it. It's not anything I'm loving. I honestly don't even know who she is. I know she's like a really popular writer, but I don't really know anything about her. And this book is all about her losing her daughter, so that's not relatable to me. So it's like her writing is really good, but I'm just not really vibing with the story. Or it's not really a story, it's her literal life. But I do really like her writing, so I'm almost done with that. I think I'm on like the last part of the audiobook, so I will update you when I do finish that. But the other two books that I want to listen to this weekend, and also maybe probably read along with, are, or at least start them. I know I probably won't finish them. The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This book is like over 1,000 pages, but I have the audiobook. It's 46 parts long, which is a lot. But I do want to definitely start it. I've never read anything by Brandon Sanderson, and I've heard Reagan, like, from Peruse Project, rave about this book, and I just know that it's gonna be, that I'm gonna love it. Like, and I'm just in the mood for, like, an intense fantasy right now, and I just feel like it's the right time. Like I mentioned, I have the audiobook, so even if I'm not, like, really focusing or absorbing it, like, I'll also be listening and reading, so I think that'll help a lot. And then the other book that I have out from the library is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Mine doesn't have the dust jacket on right now because I'm gonna start reading it, but oh my god, this copy is signed. I didn't even know that. Another book that's really intimidated me, and I listened to The Night Circus on audio, so I knew I wanted to go into this book on audio, and I believe I was on hold for it, and so that just came in. And this one only has, I think, 20 parts or 19 parts, I think. So I'm more confident in my ability to finish that over The Way of Kings. But I do want to at least start The Way of Kings, and then just, I think I have it out from the library for 14 days. So if I can read 3 parts of it, which doesn't necessarily mean 3 chapters. There could be like 5 chapters in each part. But I think if I did the math correctly, if I read about 3 parts a day, I'll be able to finish it in 2 weeks. But I'll most likely have to get it out from the library again, but that's okay. This has literally been the longest clip ever, but I just wanted to give you guys a little update. So right now, I think I'm either gonna start The Way of Kings or finish Blue Nights. I haven't decided yet, but I'll update you guys when I read something. I'm literally in the middle of so many books right now. It's like technically Monday. It's like midnight on Sunday night. But I'm literally in the middle of so many things. So, update, because I haven't updated you in a few days. So I am 150 pages into The Way of Kings. I'm really liking it. And I also think I like reading it physically as opposed to listening to it, but I'm glad I have the audiobook for when I'm in the mood to listen to it. I'm like 85 pages into The Starless Sea. I'm again liking it. I prefer listening to that one as opposed to physically reading it, so I'm focusing on listening to that and spending my time doing that. So I listened to a little bit of that tonight, and then I also started We Were 8 Years in Power by Ta-Nehisi Coates, because like I mentioned at the beginning of this vlog, with everything going on right now, I'm trying to educate myself as best as I can, and these are essays by Ta-Nehisi Coates that were written, I think they were written at the time, but there's 8 essays for the 8 years that Obama was president and what it was like to live in an America that was led by a black man, being a black man, and all those things. So it's really enlightening. I just read the first note. There's like a note for every essay, and then the essay. So I read the first note and the first essay, which is about Bill Cosby and how he like did this like weird lecture series and what Coates thought of that. It was really interesting. I've underlined a few things. Ta-Nehisi Coates is just one of the best writers. Like, I love him so much, and I'm so thankful that I have his writing to educate myself with. So even though it technically today is the first day of Pride Month, and it's also like the Queer Lit Readathon, I also want to prioritize, you know, educating myself with everything going on right now. So, the Starless Sea is I guess, like the first book I've technically started for the Queer Lit Readathon. And then I think I will also start reading Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I have the audiobook for this, like I said, and I'm also going to read along physically, but I will start that as soon as I'm done with the Starless Sea, which hopefully will be soon, because I really want to read a lot this week, and I need to. For me, right now, like I mentioned earlier, I'm like not in the best place mentally, and I'm trying to take care of myself as best I can, while also stay informed and do what I can. But books are like a really great way for me to escape right now. I've been spending a lot of time off social media as much as I can. I do check in every once in a while, but I've really stayed off Twitter because Twitter is just a bad place for me. But I've been uplifting black creators on TikTok and not retweeting, like reposting stuff on Instagram and my Facebook account when it's there. So I have been doing my part, but I also am needing to escape every once in a while. So Avatar: The Last Airbender, Gilmore Girls, and books. That's what my life has been lately, and I'm not mad about it. So I think right now I'm going to continue listening to The Starless Sea, or I might read another essay from Ta-Nehisi Coates. I think I'm probably going to read The Starless Sea because I feel like I'm needing an escape right now. So I'm going to go do that. I will update you tomorrow when I'm hopefully in a better mood, look a little bit better, and happy Pride Month, y'all. I'm so excited.